good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Echo Art with Carmella-T. Thank you for being with me. I hope your weekend is going beautifully. If you are new to the channel, we create with all recycled materials, fabrics, and supplies. We focus on recycled materials, fabrics, and supplies to prevent them or extend the life of them so they do not have to go into the landfill and contribute to emitting more toxic gases. So we focus on that heavily. So with that, if you're coming back, thank you so much for coming back. I appreciate you and your comments and your questions, your suggestions, and I take them all to heart and I try to bring them to life. So with that, I may have to sip that coffee a little bit. It's late in the afternoon, but I figure I would share with you what I got done today. So we started the day off. I had shown you this. I had gotten this was already done. This and shared with you that I am taking the concept of the Boro a little bit more and the freeform stitching and kind of mixing them just a little bit. And that's where my inspiration is being pulled from. Okay, so this is a little wall hanging. So I shared this with you this morning. This was already done. The other thing, in case you were not with us this morning, that was already done is a needle sewing book. So this is all fabric and just kind of prettied up a little bit. This is Boro, the Boro building technique we're using by mixing the fabrics and then just using free form and then sashiko or visible stitching around the edges. So this is something else that I had shared. And these are all little flannel and cotton little pieces of fabrics, so a needle can be put in them. So the only thing I wanted to share new with this is that a couple of ideas. So I'm thinking, well, why not? Well, why can't we crochet a little needle sewing book, or needle book, I guess is what they call it. So we can crochet one. We'll do that together. And the other thing we can do is needle felt one. So I would love to needle felt one. So we'll also do that together. So that's kind of what I was thinking today with those. So this piece I had shared with you. I had only placed it together. It was already placed together. So I believe I shared it with you, but I went ahead and sewed it free form, just kind of outlining the little bird and adding different little pieces for the wings and the tail and the beak. So it's different fabrics, pulling again from Boro. Okay, and then the free form stitching. So that's going to be a wall piece. Now, the other thing, so the one that we were working on together, this is the one we were working on and designing together with the new fabrics that are so vibrant that I got yesterday and in Burlington. Okay, so when you saw this morning, I had placed the bigger pumpkin over here in the corner, and this space was empty, and I said I'll probably change it a little. I changed it very, very little. What I did is I added a little pumpkin here, and I placed and decided to keep the little ladybug here. This is not fabric, so I was kind of going back and forth. It's like a little vinyl, okay? And then what I did is I gave it a backing. I gave it a back-to-back backing. And up here, this is the only other different thing. Up here, we didn't have any pieces this morning when we finished our design. So all I did is I wanted to kind of cover up the dowel was already covered because it already slipped through the fabric, and that occurred because we had folded it over already, and and then I sewed it along the line here. The only other thing I did is just add some fabrics to the top. I folded them over the back, and then I gave it a back-to-back backing. So this is a very vibrant, small wall hanging for Halloween or for fall or Thanksgiving, and it's got the coffee and the little ladybug, the little pumpkins, and little flowers. It's very vibrant, so I'm super happy with this. And so I went back and forth between some projects today, and I do that typically, but you can see the sashiko stitching. That's the first thing I did, okay? If you do the sashiko stitching after you do your machine stitching, you may not be able to do your sashiko stitching because the machine stitching stiffens it up, and it makes it so you cannot even put your needle through. So what you want to do is right here, do your sashiko stitching first. And then if you're going to go in and do free form stitching or whatever type, then go in, you know, after you've done your sashiko stitching. So that would be the biggest tip I give you, okay, on this. And then I went ahead and when I did the back-to-back, I didn't use the machine anymore. I just did my hand stitching to do the back-to-back. So that's how I did this. And then this is a piece of twine. I did put a tiny little piece of little dab of glue to hold the twine in place because I noticed with this dowel especially it just slips off. So this piece won't be so much any sashiko stitching. As you can see, I already did my machine stitching. So I just wanted to get on here and share this with you and inspire you. This is Boro, definitely. This is your Boro inspired technique and method used and mixed with the machine stitching, free form stitching, and that's what this is. So you can make these all sizes. People really like the smaller sizes, and I think the reason is nowadays there are many more people in apartments. There are even people in RVs. Anyway, the smaller are just easier to keep. They're easier to pack away for next year. If they're holiday themed, they make a nice little gift. So anyway, with that, I thought I would jump on here today and share that with you. And if you like the idea of the needle book, I mean, this is not a new idea by any means by me. This has been around forever. But it's just how you do it. You know, it's your little design. So, but you can see that I used my free stitching, and then I put a little lace in to kind of dress it up a little bit and, you know, give it a little bit of a vintage. And so I'd kind of like to make one mixed with crochet, you know, mix them, mix the fabrics, the crochet, the needle felting, you know, all of it. So with that, thank you for being with me today. I just wanted to jump on and share this with you and send you a love and light. And you have a beautiful, beautiful rest of the day.